have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Cleveland Cavaliers come in for this one. Home court advantage goes to the Warriors playing here at the Oracle Arena. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. So Cleveland will get the first possession. A look at Cleveland's starting group. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. LeBron's shot is off.
Well, LeBron James long considered the greatest player in the league. He's got some competition now, though. Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, James Harden, all playing well last year. But for my money, there's no better player in the league than King James.
Now, here is Irving after LeBron James's miss. Left side, Love. Stolen by Thompson. Now the Warriors moving it up. Livingston, no luck. Here's Smith. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Smith's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Cavs. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Now it's ended down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Tyronn Lue.
A big factor in this game, he said, is how well they do to contain the young shooter Klay Thompson, saying Thompson can really give you trouble coming off screens. We got to have all-out energy fighting to stay on his hip, and then we need to pressure on the ball handler to try and delay the pass. Kevin, both jobs are hard.
Thank you, Doris.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the three ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
And it's good.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Smith kicks to Irving. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And the offense, I mean, 3 of 4, a solid start for this game.
Here's Livingston. And it comes off the front of the rim.
You almost have to assume.
Oh, wow. And that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Nice shot by James.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Outside, Green. Misses the three.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
Well, I tell you what, it was a really strong year for the Cavs. 53 wins for them, good for the 6th best mark in team history. A lot of those wins also came against the West, making it even more impressive. They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Now, here is Irving. He's guarded closely. And it's Love, top of the key. Can't get it to go. The Warriors go the other way. Cavs were very strong against the West. 18-12 record for them overall, second only to the Hawks in the East.
And they really turned it on against the West from mid-January on. How about going 14-1 in the West in their last 15 matchups, and that included a 10-game win streak against the West.
To the middle, here's Thompson. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul. It'll go to the line.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role, didn't let the move bother him, and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Alfred Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th man of the year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Ezeli's checked in for Bogut. Spates comes in for Green. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Harrison Barnes. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. And so Thompson nails both of them.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Now LeBron after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. The drive by Shumpert. Spates with the block. We've got 1:28 left to play in the first quarter. Curry with it. Feeds it to Spates. Back to Curry. Cuts off the pass. Now here's Shumpert. The pass to Fry. Iguodala dishes to Spates. Thompson passes to Curry. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Curry's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, then you're talking about a very, very valuable player.
Good point. And the Warriors making a change here. Barbosa's checked in. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Mozgov's checked in. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever. And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
Now here's James. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And he gets the bucket.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Here's Curry. It'll count. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And that does it for the first quarter. Cavaliers ahead, up by 8. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And now a chance to hear from Stephen Curry about the team's struggles of late.
Whether we made shots or not.
You know, Clark, when you hear a talent as tremendous as Curry talk about what a struggle it is, you know you're watching just outstanding basketball.
Well, I tell you what, I like that kind of serious and focused attitude that has really always been Curry's approach. It's one of the reasons he's always working to get better and hone and upgrade his game. And how he's able to take it that one notch forward.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful jam.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark. Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
Puts it up from 12. It's hauled in by Bogut. Warriors trail by 6. Barnes with it. He's picked up by Irving. Outside, Green. Pass to Barbosa. Shoots from the baseline. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Well, last season would be one where Kevin Love played a different role, saw his numbers decline, but that was, I think, especially with LeBron and Kyrie, much better players than he ever had in Minnesota. That was to be expected.
It's a great point, Kevin. And Love dropped about 10 points per game in terms of his output. The field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage was down, but still, he traded it all to be on a winning team. And I really feel like his numbers will start to go up as he makes the adjustment to playing with great players.
Good point. Nice shot by Smith.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open. And, you know, for Love last season, we knew he'd be in a supporting role to LeBron. You put any player next to LeBron, and he automatically becomes some kind of role player.
Thompson, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. A switch here also for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Green against Love. Outside, Green. 5 to shoot. Kicks it to Clark. Jacks up a 3. Good on that shot. And with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Green.
And thinking back to Love and his numbers last year, we saw the same thing from Bosh when he played with LeBron. Love and Bosh had similar reductions in scoring, but both were still great players, and they both have the ability to adapt and impact the game in other ways.
Shaun Livingston, he's checked in for the Warriors. Here's Irving. Pass to Thompson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Oracle Arena was rocking last season, and with good reason. The Warriors would finish a league best 39-2 at home last year.
And how about that 39-2 record put them 1 off of tying the best record ever in the NBA. That record, by the way, belongs to the Celtics with 40 wins back in 1986.
Well, I tell you what, you look at the Warriors, and they were actually unstoppable in every way last season. Average home margin of victory was 13+ points. A lot of those games weren't even that close as they let things get tight in garbage time.
Thompson outside. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. And that's now 9 points for Klay Thompson. The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
And more on the Warriors' home dominance. Shot almost 50% as a team at home, which led the league. Shot over 41% from beyond the arc as a team.
It's a pick by Love. Irving up top. Cleveland moving the ball around. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
Livingston kicks to Bogut. He dishes it to Barnes. They grab their own miss. On the wing, Thompson. Tries again. The shot no good. Excellent defense there from Smith. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. That's good. Now it's a 4-point Cavalier lead.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Livingston kicks to Green. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. Green's got his 3rd bucket of the night. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter.
And how about Shaun Livingston? Just a terrific comeback story. Of course, he suffered that famous knee injury, one of the worst I've ever seen, and he has willed himself back to become a valuable player in this league.
Warriors trail by 4. 1:57 left to play in the first half. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Irving can't get it to go.
Boy, he blew the easy two by profile. Trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
Go.
And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012 after 2 seasons at Carolina. Remember also in high school, he was a teammate of Dougie McBuckets.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Green, and Curry subbed in for Klay Thompson. Curry. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Curry's got 6. Harrison Barnes, of course, went to North Carolina, grew up as a huge fan of former Tar Heel Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know, interesting, his mother started taping Jordan's games on the VCR years before he was born. His given name, Harrison Bryson Jordan Barnes. How about that for a factoid?
I didn't know that.
Nor did I.
Curry outside. No good. So Cleveland will take it the other way.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Dellavedova dishes to LeBron. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. James has got it all tied up now for the Cavs. Warriors have gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. Again, Curry missing.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
There's no doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Up in time. And that's not going to go. So a tie.
Hi, Kevin. A solid and competitive first half of basketball. LeBron, how do you feel about the team and its performance tonight?
You know, we're doing a good job. We're on the road. You know, our shooters, we missed a couple at the end. I wish we would have went in, but they're going to continue to shoot. But it's going to be a big second half for us. So we got to continue to play like we did in the first half.
Continuity is key, LeBron. Thank you. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start. Golden State had some issues in the first quarter. They gave themselves a lot of work to do by letting the deficit get to as many as 9 points in the period. They came out in the second quarter with a lot more energy. And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Tristan Thompson is out there with Kevin Love, and it's Irving in at the 1 spot.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
Here's Livingston, and that one is stuffed right through.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
And Love gets it to go. Cavs didn't start the season as a team built around the 3, but they would end it that way.
Yeah, and after the trade for Smith and Shumpert, it changed their dynamic. All of a sudden, they can do a lot of damage from beyond the arc.
Thompson against Smith. Fader on the way. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league. And, you know, for the Cavs, they ended up in the top 5 in made threes per game, but they actually led the NBA in made threes per game after the trade.
And last season, the Cavs would shatter all sorts of franchise records in the three department. I mean, makes sense to have that many shooters on your roster when LeBron opens up so much in terms of floor space.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He said their plan was run their offense through LeBron. Their offense is most effective, coach said, when he is most involved. And they're looking for total involvement from him for the rest of this game. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games, and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And Thompson kicks to Bogut. Nobody near Barnes. And there the Warriors now with another bucket.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
The drive by Jordan.
Nice finish there to put him up in the game. I wouldn't be surprised to see him get some more of those touches down the stretch.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Curry gets the bucket. Clark, third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
And, guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
It's a pick by Love. No one near James as he lets it go. And the shot no good, a bit short. Golden State's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. How much more is there to say about LeBron James, Clark? Incredible consistency, unbelievable athleticism. He just is a marvel in every way the longer he plays.
Kevin, when you look at his career averages, I mean, just off the charts, and he has the same unbelievable year every year. The consistency, phenomenal.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
In talking about LeBron's consistency, it's not just a physical effort. It's also a mental one. I mean, you know you're targeted by the defense all game. That'll wear down even the best players. How is it that LeBron's armor just never seems to be penetrated?
Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Golden State. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. And then for Cleveland, Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Smith.
You know, on the topic of LeBron, one of the few areas where he could improve consistency in is from the three-point line. 3 years ago, he hit over 40% from downtown. 2 years ago, 38. And last year, down to 35.
Here's Iguodala. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
And the Warriors making a change here. Clark's checked in. Just watching Festus Ezeli out of Vanderbilt play. He's got the big body inside, moves pretty fluidly, adroit, good footwork. He's got the whole package.
Yeah, he does. He's a space eater. He's very strong, physically good frame. He's a low down there. And what you said, the fact that he's fairly agile, makes him tough.
And a wide open look for Iguodala. And he's good on the 3-ball. Iguodala's got his second bucket of the night.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
And he gets it to go. Irving's got the game tied up here for the Cavs.
You know, and Ezeli missing a lot of games with various injuries from the knee and ankle a season ago. He can be a quality rebounder and rim protector, but he's got to find a way to stay healthy.
Iguodala outside. Here's Clark. From outside, off the mark.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Thompson outside. He feeds it to Ezeli. Warriors the rebound. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Pass to Ezeli. Dishes it to Thompson. Goes back up. No good. Great D that time from Irving.
And Ezeli, originally from Nigeria, picked up the game late. Only played 6 years of organized basketball before going pro. So still developing his hands and offensive skill set, but clearly he's got the tools physically to play.
We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter. James up top. He's covered by Thompson. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his third foul of the game.
That's his third personal foul. Substitution.
Passes it to James. Down low. Dellavedova, that's good. Dellavedova's got 5 now.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Rush outside. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. It's a tie game here in Oakland. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Cleveland's gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Rush out there with Harrison Barnes. Then there's Livingston. Then there's Barbosa. And it's Spates in at the 5 spot. Barbosa against Smith. Dellavedova kicks to Love. Now here is Smith. Defense right on him. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Warriors shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Barnes against Smith. Now Barnes. To the wing on the left. Rush the pass to Barnes. 4 on the clock. He kicks it to Barbosa. They get it again. Barnes can't get it to go.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Smith wide open. He fires. Thompson and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range. So I'd have to agree with you, partner.
Barnes dishes to Livingston. And Shumpert pulls it down. Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Love kicks to Dellavedova. The dish to Thompson. Cleveland moving it around. The drive by Shumpert. Count the bucket. And the Cavaliers lead by 4.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Steve Kerr was just going over the plan with his team. He talked mainly about giving them a different look defensively and dropping more bodies into the paint, saying, listen, They're eating us up on the inside, and we need to do whatever it takes to stop them. Guys, back to you.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Irving kicks to Smith. Thompson passes to Love. Irving attacking. That falls. Great assist by Love. 10 points for Kyrie Irving.
Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor with their offense in the paint because that has not been up to par. And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Shumpert, no good. Warriors have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Barnes kicks to Green. Shumpert with the steal. Irving attacking, and it's sent back by Bogut. And here we go. Here's Barnes. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Irving against Thompson. Here's Love. That's good from 17 feet away.
Kid, you ready?
And the Cavaliers lead by 2.
I love that plan. Set up the opportunity for the mismatch.
Yeah, knowing they have to get a bucket here and exploiting the height advantage where they can find it, that's a no-brainer to me.
They kick it out to Green. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
Timeout called. Cleveland. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his points.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for the Warriors. A switch here also for Cleveland. James is checked in. Outside Irving. Shoots from 12. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green's got 6 rebounds in the game. Thompson dishes to Livingston. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. Fades away. And the Warriors check on 2 more.
Kevin, gorgeous fadeaway there. I mean, that's one way to beat some tight defense.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're down by 2. 1:35 left in the game. Here's Smith. And a miss there off the inbound. Stolen by Thompson. And there's J.R. Smith on the assist by Thompson. Smith's got the game tied up here for the Cavs. The Warriors have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Here is Livingston. He's covered by Irving.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
We've got 1:18 left in the fourth. And Thompson sends it back. A drive by Iguodala. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
.107 left in the fourth quarter of this one. LeBron against Iguodala. James kicks to Irving. The screen from Thompson. Irving attacking. A wide open look for Love. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
From deep, Iguodala. Good. And now a 7-point Warrior lead.
And really, with every point from this point on, it seems like they're just closer to finishing this one off.
If they haven't already done it. I mean, hey, it's been a tremendous all-around performance from this group. I don't think there's any question about that. What a stellar outing in this one for Thompson. He has 9 points and the 1 steal. The motor on this guy is amazing. Completely revved up. He's been everywhere today.
And it's hard to say which has influenced the game more, really, his offense or his D. I mean, take your pick.
Gets the first, and that trims the lead to 6. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. .32 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and now we've got the intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul.
2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for the Warriors, Sean Livingston. He has 2.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Those foul shots put them that much more in the driver's seat.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. It falls! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
And they go to the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game. Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're losing by 7. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Spates. And Rush with a clear path to the hoop. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
And here is Barbosa. So we see the Warriors get the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubt that they'd come out on top.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Klay Thompson. He put up a new season high tonight, and if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over. And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.